Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Corner Talk, where the gloves come off and real talk begins about boxing. This is Kevin O'Warren, your host and moderator. This morning, I should say, we're going to dive headfirst into last night's match between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, man. This past Saturday, Terence Crawford defied the odds and jumped 2 weight classes, and he outclassed Canelo Alvarez to become the first ever 3-division undisputed champion of the 4-belt era. Crawford's speed, precision, and his fearless firepower silenced the doubters and the critics, and now the world is asking, what's next? All right, strap in because DDubbz and the DL are stepping into the ring to break it all down. Let's go.
Equal sports fan base. This is the Force User Podcast. Your HQ for in-depth sports talk. Join host Kevin O'Warren and crew as they dissect the hottest stories, ignite debates, and bring you closer to the action. From locker room whispers to expert takes, we cover it all. It's game time, so strap in and grab a drink. The Sports Chasers Podcast starts right now.
Hey, good morning. What's happening, everybody? It's another edition of the Sports Chasers Podcast. We're here this morning talking about the wonderful world of boxing. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit all the bells for all the notifications. And on the podcast side, those that listen to the sound of my voice, 5-star review. Let us know how we're doing. Yeah, definitely do that, and we appreciate it. So let's meet the crew as we talk about boxing this morning. DDubbz, what's up? How are you this morning, sir?
Bro, I'm tired, man. But peace. I'm tired, man. East Coast people, man. I understand the West Coast, but my God, 2 o'clock when everything said and done. So a little tired, man. I had to get up this morning and talk about this.
What's up, man? How are you this morning?
Worse than
bro. He's definitely tired.
I think we all tired, man. Good fight. I'll let you guys take it away. Give us your insights on what it's about. I'll give it to you guys. Go ahead.
Yo, I mean, what can you say, man? He did exactly what we said he was going to do. And basically, stick and move. However, we was worried about the power. And I think everybody was worried about the power. Listen, you just don't jump up 2 weight classes. And I guess if anybody could do it, Bud Crawford could do it. He proved it. He looked well conditioned. I mean, he was sticking and moving and was like, some people was calling it running. I call it being smart. You know who your opponent is, and so you got to test it out for a little bit. And then once he got comfortable, he went in deeper. Once he got in deeper, he started doing his thing in there. He found out that, his Canelo, who's known as a hard puncher, his punches was not that effective to him. I mean, he caught him with some good shots, but most of the shots hit him in his arms. And Canelo's known for that. He'll soften you up, hit you in your arms, and most people can't take it, but Crawford was able to take it. And listen, a masterpiece, another great performance by Bud Crawford. He got off early. He didn't wait. He got off early, made sure that it was and you see how at the end of the fight, the scorecards was very close. So he did enough in the early rounds to get busy, and, he ended up winning the fight. So, again, wasn't disappointed. So that was one thing, not to be disappointed in the fight. And I think the fight was everything it made out to be. So.
I think it was a great fight. Like, it wasn't all the extra outside without it, man. It was a great fight. I think Bud wore the black hat. He was good with people having him as an enemy, trying to sell the fight, which I didn't believe he had to do because I thought the fight made itself. He had a game plan, and they executed said game plan to the end of the fight. I think he said in his post-fight last night, so, there was other things I wanted to try to do, but my team was like, stay on track. Right? This is what we said we're going to do. For casuals and folks that say things like he running or it wasn't exciting, sometimes it's not supposed to be. If you get in that ring, just know you can get hurt. So, if you're taking risks and that's your way of fighting, that's great. Everybody has to do it that way. I don't think we need to get to a point where people can, well, if you don't do it this way, it's whack. You just don't do it the way you like to. That's should be allowed to box the way they want to box, fight the way they want to fight, and fight the fight that's in front of them. So People that are not in the ring will tell you, well, I don't know how you don't go and get knocked out because I wasn't supposed to go in, and that's not my plan. But we just need sometimes to appreciate stuff that we see for what it is. Just appreciate it and move forward. Period. That's what we need to do sometimes. Just appreciate what we see. I might have more issues with the stuff people were saying. The actual fight itself, because I think it was a good fight. Like you said, I think Terence record speaks for itself.
Yeah.
As far as 5 weight classes. Now, I think the funny thing is the last one, he's going to be undisputed. What he has now, he has won the belt, but
he's undisputed, super weight. He took all Canelo's titles.
Yeah, I don't think he is going to fight in that weight class if he's smart.
Well, according to him, and this is the quote, I'm not going down to 154. That's what he said.
I don't think
last night.
He is at the age to me where he needs not to be going down to 54. I think he needs to my thing is not always saying,
and I say to you and one other thing, Bud, a victim of the whole executioner syndrome, where a lot of your career and a lot of fights you should have got, you didn't get.
And that's
for whatever reasons when you were young.
I feel bad for him because it's like, damn, I'm 38 and I'm now on the top of the world, and it took me to get 38, and then shouldn't have taken me to 38 to get here. But now I'm here at 38, and you don't get better as you get older.
Get knocked out.
It's right. So, 100%. And I don't want to see that for him. He's the GOAT, and yeah, he is. I had to think about that last night. I heard Max Kellerman say that jump out yesterday. I didn't necessarily want to jump out and say that yet. After I had time to think about it, I said, okay, I can anoint him for this particular era. Post Floyd, yes, I can. And now he is the GOAT. You understand?
Yeah, I can do that. I can't call him the GOAT, but there's a lot of different things in there. I F. Watch, but I can't say. I would not do that in disrespect. Do that. My fathers and uncles used to tell me about when I was really doing like that.
For the sport belt era, he's the man. Undisputed in 3, absolutely.
I think Canelo fought his fight. I don't think he wanted. He was ready to out the window, go all power in, because I think some of the things that Terence hit him with made him pause a little bit.
Oh, it stopped him.
Made him not want to, because usually if you're a big guy in boxing, dimes come to dollar at the end of the day when things get tight, you're just going to walk a dude down and be like, I'll take yours, and, we'll see if you can take mine. Canelo did not want to do that because what Bud was hitting him with was enough to say if I get hit. Maybe not with one of these, he may not have it. But if he hit me with 4 of those, I may go to sleep.
And Canelo fought a good fight. I mean, he fought a good fight, but he just was not, I don't think, and he was conditioned. I'm not taking, he was conditioned. I just don't think his fight, he's slower than he is. I just realized how slow he was compared to Bud. Then, yeah, he tried to corner Bud in the corners and work him on the ropes, and he got out of it. And as kudos to Crawford for being smart. Yeah. And you don't have to bang like that. You bang when you want to bang. And usually he brought him in the middle of the ring, and that's when he started going, banging with Canelo. Stuck to the game plan.
Didn't let him catch him off. Slip joints, be like, I'm going to do that.
Nope.
I'm going to be standing right here when you try to let off on me. I'm not going to be here when you ready to start throwing them bows. So what? It worked.
Listen, I heard a whole lot of that last night. Just let me scroll through TikTok real quick. And these guys was like, man, he's running. I'm like, running? Stop, man. Come on, man. Y'all.
Don't do that. For that reason, why I don't. Because you're like, what was supposed to expand and get hit? Like, how that works in any sport? What? You're going to get in the fight. I'm going to hit you, and you're going to stand here and get hit. And never women. That's basically what it is. But and hopefully, as you said earlier this morning, these kind of change the game and maybe do to start fighting each other. taking fight. As much as I would want Bud Crawford to just walk away at the go, I'm pretty sure he won't. But that means that beats Ennis to have to come up and anyone else that wants to fight him. But what happens to the Caleb Plant to those dudes? Like, what happens with her? What do they do? Who do they fight? Where do they sit now? Is Bud giving these fights?
Right.
So, it'll be interesting to see as Kevin alluded to, what comes next. I can tell you what he should do, because I don't know. I can really, really appreciate what I saw though. Give him a lot of love for that. He did what he's supposed to do. That's for sure.
There's no more I can say about that. I feel sorry for him because he's in this space where should I continue to fight? I won all the belts. There's nothing really else for me to do here. Right. Or does he seek a bigger payday? Canelo walks out of here with either between $100 to $150 million off this purse.
Yeah, he's the A side though.
He's the A side. I'm hearing reports of Crawford anywhere. He said he asked for $10 million just to fight him, but they're saying he might get to anywhere from 10 to $50 million. I don't think the numbers have come out as of yet. We'll see shortly. Are you going to chase a payday? Because you've been getting jerked. You've been getting shortchanged, claiming that people putting that you are the B side. And really, in reality, you've been the A side for quite some time. You've been the A side fighter, but you've been getting B side bullshit, as far as money wise, paydays. So, so it's just got to be, is it for the money for him? Does he want to do it for the money, or is he looking for a big payday, or is he just say, you know what, I'm done here. My time is done. This is what it was. I go down in the history books as the best pound for pound fighter in the world. And nobody can take that away from him, and he could walk away. Yeah, so, that's pretty much going to be his issues there, his thought process going through. So, take some time off, like he said. He's going to play with the kids, enjoy life. See, he comes back 2 to 3 months, see if he really wants to do this, or does he want to pour into somebody else's life? Said they got a young stable of boxers. See what happens from there. Overall, I ain't got no problem with him. He's done it the right way. He's waited his time, got the fight that he wanted, and, accomplished what what he wanted to accomplish there. I thought it was.
Let me jump into it. You guys are the experts here when it comes to this stuff. You might have mentioned it, DDubbz. Yo, Crawford was in like tip top phenomenal shape. His conditioning it just looked impeccable, man. He just looked like he was conditioned to go 12 rounds. And they said, I heard Max Kellerman and Andrew Ward saying that he was pretty much training for a year for this fight.
He was definitely in tip-top shape. You could tell he didn't give up looking like he was gassed or anything. He was 100% in tip-top shape.
You like to see that. Now, that's not something we see every day in fight anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Looking crazy.
Especially when they get to that level to be looking crazy. He won the belts, but they've been jerking him or saying that he's not this and he's not that.
I told him he's in the wrong promotion. I don't fight guys over there. It's like, come on, man.
Basically, pretty much saying that he's a nobody.
The dude didn't want to fight him because he was in the wrong promotion. That's like, come on, dude, just fight him. He's in your weight class. That happened to him at lightweight. That happened to him at welterweight. It happened that, it's happened all the way up where dude wouldn't want to fight him. And then, if I'm going to be called a spade, I don't think he wanted to fight Boot.
Well,
be real with you.
Yeah, listen, he was, when they asked him about that 154 going back down,
he said
and he was like, no. And I was like, it was real fast. It wasn't like a thought process. It was immediately, I'm not going back to people.
And that's great, because that means that, because they say he walked around at 180, right? So that's great. Then that means he'll be stronger. He will have to lose weight to fight. But what I don't want to that the dudes that been sitting there, and that's the thing, because Canelo has kept dudes waiting for years to fight, right? Then dudes been sitting there waiting to get some of that Canelo money. They're going to be chomping at the bit to fight somebody.
David Benavidez is waiting.
He might have been sitting in Bud's locker room at the fight.
Yeah, for real. If I'm 38 and I'm looking at this guy,
he's naturally bigger. You have to do your homework to beat him.
That's right.
He's not slack. So
by no means. And he can't. Yeah, his weight is different. I don't know if that's something you want. This is not what you want. This is not. We don't need this.
But you know, the funny thing about that is this, right? So, and this is where things get tight, right? So, the Benavidez Crawford fight is not going to be worth as much money because casuals don't even know who Benavidez is. That fight, this is where I'm saying where things get tight in the game. Now, unless you fighting for Turki, because Turki throwing out bread.
Well, that's the difference. This is going to change. Now, they did a phenomenal job. I'm going to give props to Netflix, Turki, the whole crew, Dana White. Yo, they did a phenomenal job.
Shout out to the TV crew. Max Kellerman, wwho's back, it looks like.
And, Andre Ward. My man, what's my man? Antonio Tarver. Yo, Tarver is great. Tarver was great this weekend. He did a great job of analyzing, breaking down Mario Lopez, all them dudes.
Love Mario Lopez
on the panels. It was excellent yesterday. And
funny about it,
it's
like Tarver is an example of what I'm saying. When it got time for Roy to quit, he was at light heavy, and them dudes came in there looking like Tarver. He should have said, yo, I'm done. Now, I got it. I'm gone. I'm out. Because him fighting those dudes got him on that lean back. You don't want to go too far at this boxing game, man. I understand that. It's hard for most Americans and most people to save their money and do the right things with their dollars. But I'm telling you, man, you saw that boxing game. I have not seen it end well for nobody. That's why Lennox quit. When Lennox saw, he went against those two big
Ukrainian, yeah, you talking about the Klitschko's.
Yeah, Klitschko. You know what he did?
He had to fight one of them just to understand what that was. And when he fought him, he lost. He really lost that fight. I think that was the wake-up call.
He took that. He couldn't walk through him. Oh, is he? Because Lennox fought her superior. The reality was, watch. I'm like, yeah, go. He said, you know what? He said, I'm not going to attempt to do this. End up looking at the sky. You said, my legacy is better than that.
Hey, D, what happened to your mic? Sounding a little funky. Can you hear me?
That he deserves.
Have you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I did all I could in this game. I did the best I did in this game. That was tough.
Hold on.
That's all. That's what happened.
Hey, can you hear? No, he can't.
Go ahead, man.
Hey, drop.
Until you can figure that out.
Oh, it's sounding crazy right now. But let's talk about the production and the crew. Good job all the way around. That's all I got about that. I could just tell you one thing before we get out of here, Kev. I'm not watching these next exhibition boxing events coming up in the near future. I'm going to be good. I'm out. We told the people we're going to be done until they get some good quality matches. The new guard is going to take care of that. Turki and Dana and everybody working together. It should be different. Yes.
I was going to say, I just pulled up an article with Turki before we get out of here. This was from May by Chris Mannix on Sports Illustrated. Dana White and Turki Alalshikh forming a new boxing promotion under TKO aiming to address boxing problems. He says fragmentation, too many belts, lack of governments. Turki Alalshikh's role, he's the chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority, owner of Ring Magazine, which he acquired last November, and backed by Saudi resources. So he's got deep pockets, pay big purses. He can get big names and aiming for legitimacy. And Dana White's vision, he wants boxing to mirror the rise of UFC, built from near collapse to mainstream dominance. And just not to say it's just about money, but constructing a different model. What White and Alalshikh see as broken in boxing, and you guys are the experts, there's no central governing body, too many sanctioning body belts, cards with mismatches, fighters lacking broader recognition. I just talked about that by Benavidez, right?
Right.
Outside hardcore boxing circles, and they want some of the strategic strengths they want to do is Nick Khan. I just mentioned him. He's the WWE exec.
Yeah.
Has negotiating rights and deal experience. So he has the experience for that. He intends to build, stack competitive fight cards from top to bottom, not just headline draws. which is what we want as boxing fans, which will also draw in what? The casuals, right? Some of the challenges that they're expecting, that resistance expected from existing promoters. We know that, right?
The biggest problem that they're going to have it for a while, Kevin, because even though if the outside, say you make Kevin Warren seem like the enemy, Kevin might be in a contract with Al Heyman that doesn't allow him to do this or that, right? So, yeah, we want Kevin to fight Floyd. Yeah, but Kevin can't do it because he signed an 8-year contract to this dude, and he can't get out of that contract. That dude ain't letting him out, right? Turki ain't going to pay the money for him to get out because he can't be under Turki because Turki's the commissioner, right? So what do? There has to be a time lapse or something. I'm not exactly sure how it will be done, but there has to be something done because I'm sure Secure, Stevenson, and this one, and they're all trying to somebody today that's not Turki Alalshikh. You know what I'm saying? Or Dana White's promotion or whatever it is. I don't think it's good that we have only one promotion in boxing. That's not good either. There has to be a constructive plan that I haven't seen yet. There has to be a plan in place to do this. I don't believe that it would be good for boxing to only have a promotion either. So,
yeah,
because they're not going to, you're not going to catch everybody in one promotion. There's going to be fighters in different places that you don't see. As your promotion gets more popular, what happens with all the promotion, WBO, WBC, WBA, they stop looking at the younger fighters coming up. You never had those younger kids on the promotion. It was always just, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman against Ronnie Lyle. It was just one group of dudes fighting all the time. You couldn't get no one else to get no fights because they were only under one promotion. So you can't have that either. You need to have more than one promotion. Both promotions have to have equal representation all the way up and down, the boxing world. Heavyweight down, from most popular guys to, young pups coming in, right? You're having some fights with some guys on 2 different promotions that are 6-3. They're both young guys, but you don't want a 6-3 against a 14-0 because that's a big difference. You got to have people that understand the game. If they want to do it and they have a plan, we should get something that works out.
You pointed right on the head about the other 2 challenges. They said existing relationships, the networks, promoters may feel threatened or sidelined, and heavy resources needed, perception of legitimacy, and managing expectations. That's probably going to be the big thing. Let's talk about real quick what they said, the networks and stuff like that. DDubbz, you already alluded to Netflix. I think Netflix did a really good job last night. Maybe they upped their production because, I had some questionable things about them for football.
I got no smoke for them.
Nope. Y'all did a tremendous job last night.
No problems. Everything was spot on. Production was great. There's really nothing I can say about them. They have done a tremendous job with football and boxing so far and other sporting events. They have really done a great job. I'm looking forward. If that's going to be the relationship moving forward, quality, everything was great.
We grew up in the era of pay-per-view, remember it used to be $49.99 that it kept creeping up to $59.99.
Bro, that was another thing. There was just no hassle. You could just click on your TV and it was there. If you got Netflix or wherever you get your streaming, you could just click the button and it was right there. It was just no issue. If it's there, it's on TV, you can find it, boom. It's going to be interesting to see what the numbers are moving forward. I'm sure they have a team to look at this all the way around and see how this is going to move forward.
I got you, man. Just like I said, good fight last night, really good fight. I have 0 complaints, man. Hopefully the boxing family are happy. The undercards, man, we need to promote other younger fighters. Because the hardcore guys, like you 2 guys, y'all know who Benavidez is and all those other dudes, but the casual doesn't.
Most people don't come in like me. I was watching the preliminaries to see some of the up-and-coming guys and just keep their names in the circles. You know who's who. You got to build up the performance, man. It's going to take time. People figure out who's who.
Yeah.
And
the cards have to
generate that buzz.
I was saying the cards have to be balanced. And, you'll get casuals, as Ken said, they'll come at a point in time. But you can't expect them day one, but it will get there.
Gotcha. You guys got anything else before we get out of here?
Other than I'm not watching Mike Tyson Mayweather, I'm not watching Jake Paul and Tank Davis, which I think is historic. Yeah, I'm not. A matter of fact, I think that Tank Davis, all his belts, whatever belts he got, for just acceptance.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, okay.
Just know I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to report on it, so y'all can have a great time on that one.
Just so you know, D, I was talking to my son, and he said, "Yo, that's like if Steph Curry played in the Pro-Am in the summer, that he can't play during the season." And I said, "Okay," but I think the problem is that Steph Curry doesn't have dudes waiting to play him for the opportunity to be champ. So if Davis is going to fight Jake Paul, that means Teofimo can't fight Davis.
And then
And
not
his
only that,
opportunity to be the champ is no longer there.
What if Tank gets hurt? What if he gets hurt?
Yeah.
I'm up next.
I think I said the other night, that's like the Yankees playing the Savannah Bananas. The Savannah Bananas played at Yankee Stadium last night for their exhibition. That's like the Yankees playing them in the middle of the season, right? We got a 3-game series against the Savannah Bananas. What? No, so
Crazy, bro.
I pushed
You
back.
can't do that.
I pushed back against you, Junior. And if he gets hurt, right? The component of him getting hurt.
Gets hurt.
And once he's retired, yeah, y'all can have all the freak exhibition.
You can't be both. You can't be a pro and non-pro at the same time. I don't think they call Jake Paul a semi-pro boxer.
Well, what is he? He's a YouTube boxer, right?
He's an amateur boxer. But until you're a professional credential to do that, because like the guy we interviewed,
Cam.
Yeah, Cam, 100-something fights as a
Cam, awesome. Yep. Shout out to Cam.
before he could be a professional fighter. So with that being said, we just ain't giving that away, people, are we? We just ain't giving that away. That's what that is. Oh, you're a pro now, Kev. Why? Because I said so. Oh.
That didn't work like that. But
I'll let you guys have the last say on this, and we'll get out of here.
My last say. College football's fixed. Peace.
we'll see you Monday night. You can go in a little bit deeper
On the Monday Night Football
Yeah,
blade. He does what you got.
Nothing heavy, bro. Enjoy the football Sunday. And shout out to boxing for putting on a good performance last night. That's all anybody wants, man. It's just, you want to spend the money, at least let the performance be good. And I think we got the money's worth. So shout out to them.
Gotcha. So listen, we're going to get on out of here. On behalf of myself, I'm Kevin Warren for DDubbz. And for the DA, man, hey, remember, you've been listening to Corner Talk with these guys. They've done an excellent job of covering boxing. Y'all better get your
Out
head
on these corners. We out on these corners. You're
Corner Talk. You hear it, man. Hey, y'all have a blessed Sunday, man. Peace. Take care.
All right.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Sports Chasers podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms, and connect with us on all social media channels for exclusive content and updates. We'd also love for you to join the conversation, share your thoughts, and become part of the Sports Chasers community. And remember to tune in next time for some more real sports talk. Until then, stay frosty.